I'm cheese. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I believe that we can win. Sports talk. What's going on, y'all? I'm Cheese. Got Dre here. Dre, what's going on today?
Man, chilling just another day, man.
Been a week for you.
Long week, man. Getting
That's
over
all
this
right.
cold, man.
Hopefully we gonna make it better. Getting into some talk about KU.
For sure.
We're gonna kick it off with that. How'd you like the game on Monday night?
Let me first of all apologize to my boy, the Deer Tharp.
I'm not apologizing.
I talked about his leadership the last 3 games. He's been a leader. He's stepped up, and he's been that leader that I've been wanting to see the entire year. The one thing that still upsets me, though, is that you have to lead in every single game you play in. You can't just lead. You can't just be a leader against the top teams.
In conference
You
play.
have to be a leader against the teams like the South Dakotas or San Diego States and the North Dakotas.
Teams you shouldn't be losing to at home.
Exactly.
That's a joke.
Exactly. But
Deer Tharp should have been cut. His scholarship should have been stripped.
but you know, and same thing with Andrew Wiggins, man. I think you and I both agree. We definitely talk bad about him for a little bit, but I definitely take that back too. He's proven that he can do what he can do.
I'm going with Joel Embiid as the best freshman in the country. This dude is a monster.
Yeah.
7 foot, athletic, dream shaking, going to the hole, spin moving, up and under, dunks, blocks. He'll be the number 1 pick next year. I guarantee it.
I agree. I agree. And the one thing that the only thing that I can see that he needs to change right now is he needs to keep his attitude under control.
Hey, but we need that. You need that person that puts fear in somebody. He might do something to you.
Well, we need it, but I guarantee you, when Saturday, when Oklahoma State comes to Lawrence, Marcus Smart's gonna try to get under his skin because he knows.
I hope he throws the elbow right in his eye socket too.
But the thing is, if he does that, that's a technical foul.
That's one.
And Bill's gonna set him out. And against a team like Oklahoma State, he can't set out a long period of time.
No, because Tara Black's going to be ineffective because he's going to have 4 fouls in the first 2 minutes.
He's going to have 4 fouls before the game even starts. They're going to go ahead and just give him his 4 fouls and say, all right, brother, you're going to sit on the bench till the second half, and we'll go ahead and put you in the last 3 minutes of the game. Because, but you know what, though? I appreciate how he plays. And if the rules wouldn't have changed, he would be probably the best defensive player in the nation.
Yeah, he's just so big he can't do anything. He looks like an NFL tight end.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, man, I'm happy with the direction that KU is going right now.
I'm back on board.
I'm back on board. I'm still nervous for this game Saturday against Oklahoma State.
Nah, we're going to beat them by 100. I ain't worried about that. We at home. We're going to beat them by 30.
You know,
Marcus Smart's cool, but the rest of them bums is trash.
Well, you can say that, but they also came into Lawrence last year. Into Lawrence and beat KU on KU's home court, so I can't call him garbage.
Wiggins is of a different mindset right now, though. He's being aggressive. He's taking it to the hole. He's dribbling somehow, but he's still a little out of control. But he's been playing a lot better, and the Jayhawks are about to be on the warpath. I stole a Chiefs line there.
You sure did.
Speaking of the Chiefs, Alex Smith, he had a pretty good year. That's the contract extension. Where are you at with the contract extension?
I say you give him the extension.
How long?
5 years.
5? Absolutely not. You can't. You can't give him 5 years.
Why not?
How much longer do you really think he's gonna play this high at a level?
For 3 years.
So you don't give him 5. I would give him 1 at the most. I'm tired of retread quarterbacks in Kansas City. Why can't they draft somebody, make him a Kansas City guy, develop him? Since Andy Reid is supposed to be this big guru, and not give Alex Smith 5 years and $40 million. That's a shame. If the Chiefs do that, John Dorsey should be fired.
Who said Andy Reid is a cute quarterback guru?
That's what his track record is. He's good with quarterbacks.
No.
But I've disputed that repeatedly.
If you look at his record, man, you have to look at his record. The best quarterback that he's developed was McNabb.
And without McNabb, his winning percentage is below 500.
Look at what he did with Nick Foles. Nick Foles was horrible under
awful. Kevin Cobb, terrible.
I don't think that Andy Reid is a quarterback guru. I think he gives his quarterback the best shot to win, just because he likes to throw the ball. He'd rather throw the ball than run the ball, which I think is a travesty here in Kansas City.
Got the top 3 running back in football,
and you want to pass
you
the
ball. You want to throw it 100 times with an above average quarterback.
I don't get it. But I appreciate what you just said though. He's an above average quarterback.
But we need better. We need greatness. We need somebody that can make trash people better.
And you know what though? And I appreciate that. But you have to look at what we've had for the last 4 years. We've had Matt Castle, Brody Kroll, Tyler Thick. Was Tyler Thick been here 4 years ago?
But see, all of them have one good year. Yeah. Except for maybe Kroll. And then the next year they were terrible.
Well, but you know what though? Matt Castle, his good season was due to Charlie Weiss. It wasn't due to Todd Haley. It was good because Charlie Weiss put him in a position to be the best that he could be. And you notice after Charlie Weiss left,
he was trash.
He was garbage.
But this is what I see coming. I see Matt Castle all over again. They gave him 6 years, $60 million, and then how much production did you get for that money?
But you know what though? The one thing that I saw out of Alex Smith that I didn't see out of Matt Castle, Alex Smith proved in the postseason he could win. If the defense stepped up against the Colts, they would have played last Sunday or last Saturday, whatever it was. They would have went to New England and had a chance to beat New England. I'm not saying they would have. I'm not saying they would have had a good chance, but I'm saying they would have went in there. They would have went in there with the mindset that we could beat anybody. But if you look 3 years ago, when the Chiefs went to the postseason in 2010, they had one good drive, and that's Jamal Charles. He ran the ball, he scored a touchdown. The Chiefs didn't score another point. So I think for the production we've got out of Alex Smith out of this season, I say you give him the extension. I don't see why not.
I say you let him play out next year, tag him, franchise tag him,
okay,
or extend it 1 year. Don't give him 5. You can't give him 5 years because he's already been in the league for 10 years. And next year they got Seattle, San Francisco, NFC West, top defenses. And you invest that kind of money, and then next year he comes out and throws 15 picks and 20 touchdowns, Chiefs fans are going to lose it.
Well, you can go ahead and throw the 15 picks out the window. He don't throw interceptions.
But against those defenses, he hasn't played a defense like that this year.
I guarantee you that won't change his mindset when it comes to interceptions.
I hope not, but it's Alex Smith.
See, and the thing that everybody's doing is everybody is expecting Seattle's defense to stay the same. I guarantee you they're going to lose some people to free agency. They're going to lose people to the salary cap. Same thing with San Francisco. And you're talking 2 good defenses out of the NFC West. We play the NFC West, AFC East, and Pittsburgh. I mean, come on, man. Pittsburgh, they're old.
They got 8 elite teams coming in on the schedule next year.
8 elite teams.
2 against Denver, 2 against San Diego. That's 12.
Well,
it's 12 games.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Competition.
Let me ask you this question. Denver is an elite team coming in now. Let's say Peyton Manning decides, if he wins the Super Bowl, if he decides to retire, is Denver still an elite team?
No, that brings them below average.
Very much below average. Because then they're going to have Bruce Osweiler as their quarterback. Brock Osweiler. Yeah, and he's garbage.
But I think the Chargers are coming. They'll be better next year. They had a few pieces. They got some cap space.
They're going to be better last year, but I tell you what, though, they just lost Ken Wisenhunt to your team.
Hey, that's right, the Titans. Ken Wisenhunt, welcome.
I think he was a big contributor to what they had to do on offense, man. I really do.
Chief, Alex Smith is good, but it's just going to be tough to sell that long of an extension. Giving him Jay Cutler money. I mean, and Jay Cutler's good, but
is Alex Smith better than Jay Cutler?
No.
You are crazy.
He doesn't have the. Jay Cutler has one of the strongest arms in the NFL.
You are crazy.
How's he better?
You are crazy.
Jay Cutler was doing it with nobodies.
You are crazy.
Do you understand Jay Cutler threw to Devin Hester for a year?
Do you realize
Earl Bennett? Do you know who that is?
Alex Smith won 9 straight games with nobody.
That's Jay Cutler's done it before though.
Okay.
He just now got somebody.
Alex Smith just did it. He just did it. This is his first year not having anybody.
But you still got to go with Jay Cutler just because the arm strength, the downfield threat. and not so much the leadership, but the attitude of Jay Cutler. Even if he throws picks, he forgets about it. He takes chances. He takes those risks. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But Alex Smith doesn't even take those chances.
That's why Alex Smith is a better quarterback.
But you got to take chances in the NFL.
Take those chances. He does not take those chances. If the game is on the line, you are.
If the Chiefs are behind, they're not winning. We've seen that.
Why not though?
Because they haven't came from behind all year.
Why not though?
Because Alex Smith can't get it done.
Why can't he?
I don't know why he can't get it done, but he does. Okay, that's not always his fault.
That's all I wanted to hear you say.
It's not always his fault. That's all I wanted to hear
you say. He has no tight end.
And Andy Reid sometimes puts him in bad situations.
He has no receivers.
His head Dwayne Bowe. He's the number one receiver, right?
And he is the worst, probably the worst starting receiver in the league. I'm sorry, that's my team, but he's probably the worst starting receiver in the league. So you have no tight end. You have no receiver. You have the best running back in the NFL that can catch anything you throw to him, and that's cool. But when the defense sees, man, they don't have anybody on offense. Him. All they have is Jamal Charles. So what we're going to do is, I want you to put 2 guys on him. Then what you going to do?
My last point with this is you always try to draft somebody. Look at the last 4 teams standing in the playoffs right now. Every quarterback they have has been drafted by that team. Look at Ben Roethlisberger. All the playoff teams. Andy Dalton, even though I don't think he's that good.
I think Andy Dalton is the most overrated quarterback in the league.
All those teams that made the playoffs had a drafted quarterback except for the Saints and the Chiefs. So I just say take that chance because you never know what can happen. If you don't take that chance, you'll never know.
I think as a Chiefs fan, I think you go ahead and you extend Alex Smith. Okay.
1 to 2 years, not 5.
I don't know about you, but I'm impressed with what Chase Daniel did in the San Diego game.
He's a good backup.
He's a good backup.
I don't think he'll do much more.
So right now, I'm not looking for a backup quarterback. I'm looking for a third string, somebody who can learn from the starter,
which is hopefully Tyler Bray,
and the backup
that they have there.
Right.
But we haven't heard much about him.
We haven't seen him play. I think honestly, I really think that he should have played.
Yeah.
The game against San Diego to see what we have, because if he's nothing, then you get rid of him. Yep. Then you have a quarterback spot open. You can go draft somebody in the draft.
So draft a quarterback, because those drafted quarterbacks make the playoffs.
Right.
Speaking of the playoffs, we got the NFC title game. We got San Francisco, Seattle. Where are you at with that feeling? What are you feeling?
I think that is the best game of the weekend. Everybody's talking Broncos, Patriots. I think it's the Seahawks.
See, the 49ers. I see a drag down, beat out game in the NFC, and then I see an old fashioned shootout in the AFC Championship game.
The NFC game is gonna be all defense. That game could be 6-3.
Yeah, easily 10-6.
Right.
Something crazy.
But I can see this AFC game being another Denver Broncos Dallas Cowboys game.
Yeah.
What was it, 51-48,
48,
something like that? I can see it being one of those kind of games. I don't see Seattle losing to San Francisco though. I don't see it.
I think the defense is too good.
For one reason, because they're at home. If the game was in San Francisco, it would be another story.
And the secondary is elite.
Elite.
This is a good game for the up-and-coming quarterbacks to see, because a lot of people say you can still win with the drop-back passer. The athletic quarterback is just a little phase we're going through. But this game can prove to be, because it's 2 athletic quarterbacks and then 2 traditional passers on the other side.
Right.
So this could change the face of the league for years if one of these teams is able to pull off and win the Super Bowl.
I can see, what's his name?
Kaepernick.
I can see Kaepernick and Wilson. That matchup being the new Brady v. Manning.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, I don't
in the same division twice a year.
I mean, and the 2 teams literally hate each other.
Literally,
they hate each other. They don't like anything.
Blocked people from California from buying tickets to the game.
Right. That's how much they hate each other.
That's how much they hate each other.
I mean, and the crazy part is, Marshawn Lynch he's from Oakland. He's from the Bay Area.
With the cow.
And he talks so bad about the 49ers, man, and that it's
they got him bleeding it now.
This game is definitely a must-see game. And then you look at the AFC matchup. If you love offense, watch that game.
Watch that game.
Watch that game.
Speaking of that matchup, Brady versus Manning. The debate has been going on who needs this game more for their legacy or this playoff run for their legacy more. Because think about it, Brady hasn't won in the last, 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
He's got 3, but he hasn't won this is what have you done for me lately type league.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done nothing lately.
What has Manning done for the NFL lately?
Since 2000.
Besides make Papa John's commercials.
Exactly. So, but Peyton Manning only has 1 Super Bowl, so everybody's like, oh, he's the greatest regular season quarterback ever, but he's a choke in the playoffs.
He is.
So
you put Peyton Manning up against a team other than San Diego last week. I don't think he could have won.
But he helped them win the game. The defense tried to give it away on a silver platter.
They did.
That was a horrible performance.
They did.
I think they both need it, but for different reasons.
And you're right, they do.
Brady needs it because it's been so long since he's won. He's been living off those 3 Super Bowls for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
It's time for you to put up or shut up.
Right.
And Peyton Manning needs it because he hasn't done crap in the last couple of years. Got bounced out in the division round the last 2 years.
Yeah.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls, lost 1, threw a bad interception, threw an interception last year. So he's got some making up to do to try to right the ship. If he gets 2, he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I think Manning. The reason why Manning needs to win this Super Bowl, if you really want to be honest, is because, first of all, he doesn't want to go down as the best regular season quarterback.
He got 5. Well, it's going to be 5 after this year.
Right. He wants to go out to be the best quarterback that ever lived.
And he's right there on the doorstep.
He's right. He's knocking on the doorstep. That's why I think personally, if he goes to the Super Bowl and Denver wins, he needs to retire
and go down as the greatest
quarterback as the greatest. Because it don't at this point. If Brady stays next year and Brady wins another Super Bowl next year, Brady's still not going to be the best quarterback to ever do it. It will always be Peyton Manning. And I hate saying that because I'm a Chiefs fan and I
deep down in your soul you love him.
Deep down in my soul,
you love Peyton Manning.
I do. How can you not?
Exactly.
How can you not?
It's like it's watching art.
Right.
It's like watching a man carve up a fresh steak. Exactly. You see the slices just falling off perfectly.
And the reason why I dislike Peyton Manning is
because he's so good.
It's not because he's a bad quarterback. It's because he's so good.
It makes you sick.
Right. That's like you walk down the mall and you see your boy with a fine woman. And you sit there with nobody, you like, man, I want that so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I want that so bad. You know what I mean? And you every time you see him, you just hate on him because he got that fine woman, and you sitting there with nobody.
And then he's a free agent. The Chiefs try to go after him. He tells them, "I don't even want to talk to you.
I don't even want to fly in. I don't even want to fly through.
I want to go around.
I want to go around
to get to Denver.
You know what I mean? But you know what though? That right there, I blame that. That right there falls on Scott Pioli
and that stupid regime.
But it doesn't fall on Pioli 100%. It falls on Clark Hunt because Clark Hunt should have seen it coming and got rid of Pioli before that even happened.
Yep.
But you know what though? Another thing when you start looking at Peyton Manning, another reason why Peyton Manning will go down as the best quarterback to ever live, Peyton Manning doesn't need an offensive coordinator.
He is the offensive coordinator.
He is the offensive coordinator.
And the thing I hate about Brady is he gets away with a lot of crap. He's
cries.
On the sideline.
He cries too much.
In his teammate's face, yelling at him, cussing at him, this and that. Mm-hmm. And then Cam Newton or somebody does it. And then Cam Newton's a bad teammate.
He's a bad teammate.
He's bagging on his teammate.
I said the same thing when everybody was dogging on Dez Bryant for doing what he was doing, man. People called him a baby, a diva, all this other stuff. He's just passionate, man. I mean, that's all it is. He was just passionate about the game.
And if you was playing for the Cowboys, wouldn't you be yelling at somebody?
Exactly. I mean, and but even if he was throwing a fit, look at his quarterback.
Yeah, Tony Romo. Tony
look at his quarterback. Yeah, I would be getting upset too.
Yeah, me too.
I would really have a fit on the sideline because you know that in that fourth quarter, if you down by touchdown, you might as well go ahead and just chop it up as a loss.
Yep. Now if you got Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, speaking of them again. Who you picking for the NFC Championship game? Who you got coming out?
I got Seattle, man. I think that their defense is just too strong. The 12th man is going to be loud. And I just think that the all-around team is just better than San Francisco
this time. I'm also going with the Seahawks just because of the defense and secondary. I think they can get up in the receiver's face and get physical with them, lock them down, and beat them up pretty much, and just take them out of the game. AFC Championship, I'm going to go with my boy Peyton Manning. I got to stick with him. I'm not a Broncos fan. I just respect Peyton Manning's game, and I love the way he's played his game and went about his career, even though playoff success hasn't been that great. But I think this is just his year to get through and make it to the Super Bowl and face the Seahawks.
I agree. I hope the score is 0-0. Neither team wins because I can't stand either one of them.
Over the tie.
but if I have to pick one, I'm going to have to say I have to go with the Broncos. Right now, the Broncos are the strongest team in the NFL. All around. Their defense needs a little work.
But you know what? Played big last week.
You can give up 14 points and not worry about nothing.
Because Peyton will score at least 30.
Peyton Manning is going to come back and he's going to score points for you.
And real quick, my top quarterbacks left in the playoffs: Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick. Those are my top 4 in that order left right now.
My 4, I have to agree with you. Until these young guns can beat one of these veterans, it has to go like that. It has to go to 2 veterans. And then when it comes to Wilson and Kaepernick, I have to.
It's a toss-up.
It is.
It can go either way.
It is. I mean, but what you say,
Wilson, Kaepernick.
Wilson, I have to agree with you. Those would be my top 4 too.
Those are my top 4. And special shout out to Sean Carter. We couldn't get to your question, but I'll answer you on Facebook hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, appreciate you listening, man.
Brother.
Hey, yeah, and everybody else listening, man. We definitely appreciate it. Trying to get y'all in touch with this riot movement going on, man.
The Sports Talk. Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
We out.
Be easy.